Sup everyone? So, I've now seen Rogue One, and if you didn't know, I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm a big Star Wars fan. And so I was really excited about this movie. I've been hyped for a while, I've seen the trailers a bunch, and then I got to see it, and then I was disappointed. Yeah, unfortunately I was disappointed. But Claire, isn't this one really well acted? Yeah, no, it is. Aren't the fight scenes amazing and the special effects, for the most part, really impressive? Without a doubt. Isn't the humor, for the most part, pretty damn spot on? Absolutely. Laughed a lot. So why didn't you like it? Because I didn't care. Rogue One is, for those of you who don't know, the story of how the rebels got the Death Star plans that they use to blow up the Death Star in episode 4. In terms of where the movie ends, we already know. We already know that the mission has to succeed, right? So therefore, the thing that we need to care about most is the characters. And I don't. I just don't care about them. Despite some wonderful performances, and despite the fact that this is the most racially diverse cast of Star Wars we've ever seen, the script doesn't give enough time with the characters for us to understand their motivations, for us to understand why we should care about their fate, because that's the only real question in it. We know that they succeed. Will they live or die is the emotional weight of the movie. The only two characters that I really cared about was Alan Tudyk's robot and also Donnie Yen, who just is so charismatic in the movie that you end up caring anyway. If I had to draw, the biggest complaint I have with this movie is that it relies too much on extraneous plot. There is a lot of subplots that really could have been cut completely. Saw Gerrera, who's played by Forrest Whitaker, you didn't need that part in the movie at all. It's completely superfluous, and all it does is take time away from when you could have gotten to know the characters. You've got all this infighting with the bad guys and power politics that doesn't mean anything, and you're not exactly meant to sympathize with the villain. So seeing his struggle to be at the top of the power structure doesn't really deliver on anything. It's just added filler. A lot of times with war movies, they keep the plot very simple. We need to get here. We need to find this person. We need to kill this person. It doesn't spend time with a lot of plot twists or additional things. It's not, we first take the beach, then we have to take, then we have to go back here, then we have to go here, then we have to go here. It keeps it very focused on the characters, so that you care that they might die. And I just couldn't end up caring. The pacing was non-existent. It did not go in ebbs and flows where you can breathe out and feel the impact of what just happened. It's always just, this just happened, and moving immediately on. Too much, which meant that everything in it couldn't get enough attention, which means that it suffered as a result. So I've been keeping this very spoiler-free. I've not mentioned any particular scenes or mentioned any deaths, but generally speaking, yeah, it wasn't one for me, unfortunately. Now, if you like it, and certainly the vast majority of people do seem to be liking it, that's great. I'm not trying to take that away from you. It's just the things that I care about, the characters, the motivation, the pacing, just wasn't there. It wasn't enough to make this a Star Wars movie for me. At the end of the day, it's probably a better constructed movie than some of the than the prequels, because the dialogue's not painful and the acting, as I said, is good. But I don't need this movie to be in my canon. Like, there's nothing there that makes me go, yes, this needs to exist. Which is, I suppose, as damning as I can get on a Star Wars movie. That said, one little quick note. Don't think I didn't notice the Rebels shout-outs, and I loved them. All my shout-outs, all the shout-outs to my precious Hera were wonderful. That I liked. That I appreciate. Still no mention of Ahsoka. We need mention of Ahsoka. We need more Ahsoka. Always and forever, we need more Ahsoka. Yes. I love these bobbleheads. So that's it for me. I'm really still holding out hope that the next few movies I'm going to care about. But until then, at the very least, we have The Force Awakens, and the fact that this was such a racially diverse cast means that hopefully we're going to continue down that path. We're going to see a more inclusive Star Wars, and while this one was very lacking in female representation, you'd like to sort of see them combine those two paths that they're going on, because in terms of women of color, Star Wars is seriously lacking, and we want more. We want them there. Alright everyone, go see the movie if you haven't, judge for yourself, and if you have seen it, let me know what you think down below. Alright, see you everyone, bye.